This is Country Sherry. And it's time for another true and strange event. Well, this story is about my son and I, my oldest, when he was in 5th grade, and we were going on a class trip to Florida. We were taking a tour bus, and we were all excited because we'd never been to Florida before, and we hadn't even seen the ocean. So we went, and we were going to Disney World a couple of days, and we were going to MGM and different places. Well, day before the last, we went to MGM. And so we had been running around all week. And I was tired, and I had held on to my backpack, I'm telling you, for dear life, because I just knew I'd set it down and lose it or something, you know, and holding on to him for dear life, because I hadn't really got to do a whole lot of stuff out by myself, you know, and so I was being very cautious. So I hadn't bought nothing all week as far as souvenirs or anything like that, so I knew it was getting down to the wire, and I was going to be buying some t-shirts or something, you know. So it was late in the evening before closing time. It wasn't dark yet, but we were going from store to store. And they all looked alike. All the stores looked alike. So I finally bought us a few t-shirts and stuff to bring back to my youngest and to my husband and dad. And so I was wore out. So there was a little place that you could sit down. It was just like a little, I guess, a little ledge in front of a window, you'd call it. And so I sat down. And I took my backpack off. And then my bag was sitting there. And so when it was time to go, you know, I was always feeling to make sure I had my stuff. Well, what I apparently done was I felt that bag and thought, yeah, I got everything. Now let's go. So I guess I get 2 stores down, and it dawns on me, oh no, I have lost my backpack. I've left it somewhere. Where was it? Well, I couldn't even think of where it was. I had to think a second. I was really frantic, actually, because I was telling just a random person, you know, I lost my backpack. Because, you know, you hear horror stories, you know, that, oh, nobody will help you. They'll grab it and you'll never see it again. And we had all of our money and credit cards and our ticket even for the next day for Disney World. And so I was freaking out. And so I ran through 2 stores, lost my backpack. I heard one lady say, bless her heart, she lost her backpack. And so my sister-in-law, finally I ran into her and I said, I lost my backpack. And she said, well, Sherry, what about your bag there? I said, it's not in my backpack. And so I sort of got snappy, and I don't know why, but I guess I was just freaking out. So I had even, because it was real close, ran over to the Lost and Found and said, has anybody turned in a backpack? And they said, no. Well, by the time I got back, I kept searching. And I finally apparently went in this right store. And you know, there's always angels. And they're sometimes just in human form, waiting on helping us. Well, I was talking about it, and I was saying, I lost my backpack. And I was just looking. It dawned on me, I thought where it was there, you know, and it wasn't there. And I went, oh, it's gone. And so I done thought, well, Thomas and I are just going to have to stay in a hotel the next day and hope somebody feeds us, buys us something to eat, you know. And so then I was talking about it, and there was this lady at the counter. And she said, honey, hey, honey, is something wrong? She was dressed in white, and honest to Pete, she looked like she glowed or something, was wearing all white, and just, well, she looked sort of like an angel. I know, you know, it's just funny. Maybe it's just because of the experience I had, but she did. She just glowed. And she said, honey, what's wrong? And I said, I lost my backpack. Well, She said, well, what did it look like? And you know, I started telling her, and didn't dawn on me that she probably had it, because I was just freaking out. I said, well, it was green. And she said, well, did it have any trim on it or anything like that? And I said, yeah, it had a brown trim around the edges of it. And she set it up on the counter, and she said, is this it? Oh, my heart just fell. I believe down to my feet. And I said, yes. I said, thank you so much. Well, she was just going to make sure that that was the backpack that belonged to me, you know. And what is the odds? And, you know, I don't know if she's seen it, because that would have been right across from where she could see, or whether someone had found it and turned it into them. But whoever it was, I really appreciate it, because I was just so disappointed in myself, because I had let that happen, you know. But so we got to continue on with our vacation, and it was all great. And buddy, I reckon the rest of that trip I held on to that backpack. And I hope you enjoy this story, because now I can laugh about it. But boy, that day, it was not a laughing matter.